We're going to be talking about social media for startups with the lovely and talented Martine Cadet, who is a social media maven. Let's talk about, I noticed that particularly Zoom and Facebook, we're in landscape format, but isn't Instagram portrait format? And how do you work content on those different technical aspects?
Oh, I love that. Yes, it's important to understand the platform. And to your point, yes, we are landscape right now on Facebook. And should we want to translate this video into an IGTV, which is more of a portrait mode kind of content, the go-to I'd say to go is canva.com. Canva has been my go-to for years since I've been online marketing. And for startups, it's the best place to create content. And believe it or not, we can download videos inside Canva. So what I would suggest, if you wanted to do an IGTV from your landscape Facebook Live, you download that video. To your point, Mary, you save that video, download it into Canva, and make sure that you are creating a canvas in Canva that is the 9:16 ratio, which is the IGTV ratio, and drop that video in.
Okay. What would be interesting is if, because I noticed that what they do is they squash the landscape into the portrait. Would it be better as if we could take like this part and cut it out and just crop the portrait out of the videos? What kind of customers are you looking for? Who do you want to work with, Martine?
And so the people that I love to work with are startups, to be honest with you, because and people that have been online, but they're still struggling and challenged in being consistent and trying to figure out their voice and their visual branding. What I do when we get together, when you're a startup, you have your offer, whether it's a service-based business or product-based business, you know what it is that you offer and the people that you want to reach. So I love working with entrepreneurs that way because we get to craft their visual branding, we get to craft their voice and how they're going to look on the platforms of their choice. I use social media organically. I'm not opposed to ads. I love being able to show up authentically. And I think for startups, it's great to have that organic reach at first and get that proof of concept, I guess you could say, before investing in ads, right? And so that's where I come in, and I love helping newly entrepreneurs that have worked through what it is that they're offering, and now they're ready to come out there and show up online.
Sure. And it's a great opportunity to interact with your audience and ask for feedback and have little contests and just ask questions and get people to interact with you.
It's important. Yeah. I'll tell you my story. When I showed up online, Mary, I did not show up as a social media content coach. I was not the one that I am today, a speaker, helping you creating content and whatnot. I actually started with the launch of my handmade boutique jewelry line that I had, and really showcasing the jewelry line. It was made out of t-shirt yarn. And I authentically, continuously, consistently showed up. 3 years into doing so, Facebook reached out to me. And I thought, ooh, Facebook Popo really exists. Am I in trouble? And I read the email and I was like, is this a spam? What's happened? And panic mode turned on, right? And it was Facebook reaching out to me, inviting me to apply to become one of their speakers at their Facebook Boost Your Business event that they were having in my local town. And I like to share that story for any startups to know that it's not about the quantity, it's really about the quality of what you share and making sure that, yes, you create those contests that you just mentioned, Mary, and really invite your audience to engage and, be part of the journey of what it is that you offer. And organically, people are going to resonate to that and people are going to want it. And so that was my pivotal point where I decided to show up more for startups and other entrepreneurs to really understand that it's not about the quantity, it's about the quality of your message and the type of content you share.
Well, this has been just great. I'm really glad you could come today and tell us about social media for startups. Do you have any parting thoughts?
I would love to share with you, whoever watching right now, give yourself grace. It's not a race being on social media. It's you have control over it. The consistency is going to be dependent of you. If you decide to show up live on Facebook every Monday, then stick to it, measure it, know your numbers, identify. You don't have to do everything. If Reels on Instagram is challenging for you and you don't want to touch that, that doesn't mean that you're losing out. Just take time to connect with your audience, prioritize engagement and the quality of your content.
Thank you so much, Martine Cadet. I will put a link to your website in the comments and post this on LinkedIn very soon. And I hope everybody comes to visit us again next Tuesday for Stock Time to Improv. Have a good day, everybody.
Bye.
Bye.